I just want to share a few things with our community about tonight. So last week, if you hung in there for the whole meeting, we went rather late. There was a lot of thoughtful discussion, both from our public comments, from our school board, the administrative team, discussion. I want to thank our community. I want to thank our school board for such a thoughtful discussion. We shared a lot of different options and we shared a lot of different information. And tonight we have some adjustments. We have an option that we didn't share on Tuesday night that we're going to want to discuss as a community, as a board, because based on the feedback we started to receive since Tuesday night, the feedback we received both from board members, from teachers, staff, from community members, we're continuing to try to listen and try to adjust. The one thing I'd have to say, and really, Avery and Austin, listening to you, this is what's so hard for me. This year will not be the same. It won't be. This year is going to be different. No matter what we do, this school year is going to be a different year. And I think we all have to prepare for that. We all have to prepare that not only will this school year be different, that we have to brace ourselves for change. Change is the one constant. If we make a decision tonight as a school district, we have to all be prepared that that decision could change. We have to be prepared that additional information might force us to adjust. What we are going to put forward tonight is hopefully some parameters and a structure that will inform our community how we would adjust and how we may change. I think we owe it to our parents, to our staff, and our community to show some structure and parameters on how we will pivot. I don't know when we will pivot, and I don't know what events will create that pivot, but I can tell you the information and the guidance continues to change. We are probably we are right before a tidal wave, I think, of districts that are moving to go online. An article came with Philadelphia Inquirer School District. I saw just today in the Philadelphia Inquirer that the Philadelphia School District is now looking at that option. I didn't even get a chance to read the whole article before this meeting. I'm hearing more and more districts that are moving in that direction. So we need to prepare, embrace ourselves, and realize that change is going to be a constant. We also need to recognize, and if you listen to the discussion last Tuesday, and if you listen tonight, everyone wants our kids back. We all want to see the kids, the students be back in school, but we want to figure out how we can do it safely and do it safely for our students, for our staff, and for our community. That's our focus. We need to come together as a community right now. If we want schools to open, we all as a community need to take seriously the masking order. We all need as a community to take seriously our efforts to limit the spread. I have pushed the health department and asked questions, and I meet with them weekly, sometimes twice a week. And I've tried to understand, what are we trying to do as a community? What are we trying to do as a country? Are we trying to stop the spread? Because if we're trying to stop the spread, then that's going to lead us to one action. Or are we trying to open up and have school happen? Are we trying to get our kids back in school? What is our priority? And the best answer I did receive from somebody from the health department is that it really is both. We are trying to stop the spread of this, and that's why we have the guidance we have, and that's why we need to follow the guidance. But we are also trying to move on with our lives. We're trying to move on with our society and move on with our education for our kids and open up schools and to do it safely. So we're trying to do both. And that's what we're going to be discussing tonight. How do we do that, and how do we do it well? We're going to talk tonight about our online program. Our online program is strong. Some of the feedback we received from last night is that we're going to share with you tonight that if we should be closed again, our online program will be very different. We've learned a great deal from the spring, thanks to our teachers and our community. And the option we have created, the choice we are creating for our families that want to be online, that will exist no matter what we do. That choice, that option will exist for our families, for kids to choose to be virtual, online. We're calling it either cyber or remote. If they want to have that, that is going to be a very strong, rigorous program that, frankly, we're proud of. We are proud of what we're putting together, and we're going to share what that program is for that choice for those who want it. I also just wanted to share with you too, and that's my next slide, is, and if I could go to my PowerPoint for the superintendent remarks, I think Chris, you might have it. If you could put up I have just one slide for my PowerPoint tonight, is slide, if you could, perfect. Is that in this discussion, and I'm not sure everyone realizes this, but Radnor Township School District has been open. We opened this summer. So we opened for our high school math class, and you can see there's a picture of our teacher teaching this summer, teaching behind plexiglass, teaching students in the classroom. Students were also remote on the screen. If you look carefully, you can see some of the students' squares on that screen who were remote, not in class that day. We opened up our math program. We opened up students in our buildings this summer in order for, first off, to provide an education for the kids, but also as an opportunity for us to pilot and learn. We would never have been able to do that if it hadn't been for our administrative team, for our teachers, our staff, who came together to make that opportunity happen for our students. And as we shared last week, we have learned so much from that. The picture right below the high school class that we've been open for this summer is our extended school year. And the picture's not great. The teacher is wearing a face shield. That teacher, you can't see that the face shield is on the teacher. But we have safely opened up our schools and some programming this summer. It took great care, it took great work, but we are pleased that we're able to do that, and we have learned a great deal from that opportunity to open those up this summer. We also have several pictures on this slide with our online enrichment opportunities, which over 500 students have taken advantage of this summer. Again, our staff, our administration, our teachers put this together because we were online in the spring, and we realized that our kids needed something different this summer. They needed some opportunity to be engaged intellectually, and then our teachers and our administration came together, and you can see there's pictures of some of our teachers and the students who are participating in that virtual enrichment program that over 500 kids are participating in this summer. So we have been open this summer, and that opening this summer has given us the opportunity to really learn, and I think to make the right guidance on how we should move forward together. So we will be sharing tonight, when we get to that agenda item, which is our first agenda item, our administrative recommendation on how we can move forward for the fall.